Hey, what's up guys? It's Jim, and I just want to talk in this video about why I'm moving away from WordPress in 2023. So I've been using WordPress for a super long time, 12 years, maybe more. And honestly, when I was a young person, like it just caught my attention and I had started learning HTML and everything. And I was like, wow, this thing is amazing. And you know what? It still is amazing. I have nothing bad to say about WordPress. There are just some things that, for me, as an agency owner and somebody who helps small businesses and also has a bunch of like affiliate websites and stuff, there's a lot of work that goes into just the simple maintenance of WordPress, right? Like you've got to keep it secure, you've got to keep it up to date. And, for somebody who runs a pretty small business, like that's a lot of stuff and it takes up time. And since 2020, I've been exploring different funnel builders and using those to learn about them because the industry seems to be moving in that direction, especially if you're doing marketing and helping small businesses on that front. And so I need to know how to use those things, right? Because traditionally I had used WordPress for that, like Thrive themes, for example, and it worked pretty well, right? But these drag and drop builders are really storming the scene. And so you've got ClickFunnels, you've got System.io, which I've used both. And then I've just adopted a new tool called Go High Level, which is blowing my mind. I've really enjoyed the aspects of the funnel builders, right? Because they're easy to use to make simple websites, like small business websites, and they're super easy in terms of drag and drop design. And they've got all these tools kind of already built in, so I don't have to like add a new plugin every time I want to do something unique, like add a countdown timer or that kind of thing. But then what's also been a really huge leap forward, and this is more in the last year and a half, is like what System.io did, where they've actually integrated your email autoresponder into the system and the automations that you can build around that. Plus, they've also got the membership area, right? And ClickFunnels had that too. That's huge, right? Like I don't want to have like my WordPress site, but then I never really enjoyed like wish list or, the different sort of learning management systems that you can build into WordPress. They're really kind of clunky and they're big and they're a mess. And so those things have just been things I've dealt with WordPress, right? Like it's amazing. Maybe you're like me, like what you've just learned to put up with. But I can say now that I've been using these other tools for a while and actually have experience building sites for businesses and myself with them, including like membership areas and stuff, they make it so much better, right? They make it so much easier when all those tools are built into one thing. And then recently, having adopted Go High Level, I'm like, my mind is blown because not only does it have the member area and the email autoresponder built in, but it's got a full CRM and like pipelines and stuff. And so I can actually see my whole business right in this thing. Plus it connects to the advertising platforms that I use like Google and Facebook. So I can see on my dashboard how my campaigns are doing. Plus it allows me to add like phone numbers and do SMS text messaging from the automations. And so not only am I building email automations for businesses and myself, but I can also use text. And that's huge because like the world's started moving in that direction, right? Maybe not from a marketing standpoint, but it should be because the open rates are amazing on sending texts compared to emails. And I really like that. And I look through WordPress. I love what they're doing. They continue to grow and make the platform easier to use with drag and drop and moving blocks around and stuff. That stuff is cool, but the two things that kind of drive me nuts about it are the security maintenance and the plugins, like the fact that WordPress is great for the web and blog aspects of a business, but it's not so great when you want to have an email list and autoresponder. Like, do you really want to build that all onto that same server and then have to maintain all those contacts and everything in there in that same dashboard? It's not super well suited to that. The funnel building aspect is still pretty cool, but it's stuck where it was 5 years ago, as far as I'm concerned. Like, nothing's really moved forward there as far as what you can do. And I think like Thrive is still probably one of the best. I mean, I know people use Elementor and Divi and those, they're okay. I think they're pretty good. If you're a marketer, for me as a marketer, I should say, they're not my favorite. I'm just super excited. I'm going to actually show you inside of Go High Level right now on my account, because I just want to show you what it looks like. So I'm in just a basic empty website backend right now. And you can basically, from your Launchpad, like, you can connect all these different things, including a mobile app, right? So like I was talking about, you've got all your contacts and leads in there, and you have a pipeline, like a customer relationship management system, a CRM. And so what's cool is, like, if you're doing ads and building a business and connecting with people and stuff, then you've got an app where on your phone, so that you can actually in real time sort of text with these people via the marketing phone numbers and stuff that you use and your business. And so it's super nice. It integrates with Google My Business, which is cool, as well as Facebook. As far as payments go, you use Stripe. They are adding authorize.net in the next week or two. So that's going to be an additional payment platform there. Doesn't matter for me. I use Stripe anyway, but that's what that looks like. Then you've got your dashboard, like I mentioned, so you can see the different pipeline aspects once you have your customers in there. The conversations area is cool. So this one's empty, but see, like, I just set this up and last night sent a marketing email outreach to a prospect that I'd like to work with. And basically, if and when they respond, it'll be in the conversations here. I'll be able to grab my phone, and if they text me back or email me back, it'll let me know in that app, and I can just jump right into that conversation from that domain name and from that email address and everything, which is super cool. The calendar system is awesome. It connects with either Outlook or Google-based calendars. And so you can basically set up your own booking system, have your book now buttons, and not have to deal with Calendly or another system like that, which those tools are great, but you can see over the time how we've built up all these different ecosystems to put together what a business needs. You've got, in the traditional sense, looking back a few years, and still so many businesses are using all these different systems. You've got WordPress, you've got Calendly for calendar booking, you've got ActiveCampaign or another system like that for the email marketing, right? If they're doing any kind of marketing phone numbers or anything, then you're using like CallRail or Twilio. So you've got like all these different tools. And then if you want to have a course area, a member area, then you've either got an additional plugin that you have to subscribe to for WordPress, or you're using a completely different system. And it's just a lot to manage, right? It's a lot for me to manage that for another client. And I know how painful it is. I'm really good at connecting all of that stuff, but I know how painful it has been for me as a business owner too. And so it's so nice to have it all here. So you've got your calendar, and I can show you if you look, like if we go to my schedule online here on my results press page, you can see what it looks like. Like, you just integrate the calendar into any web page that you create in the website builder or the funnel builder. And so I've set up a basic one here that I'm using that I can point people to via text. And so I've got text automations set up, and they just send people right to this page, which is super nice. And then they go into, those people end up in my contacts, right? As far as opportunities go, you can set up pipelines. And so basically, as an agency, you can have a pipeline that you can drag people, customers between the different sections in the pipeline, or they move along based on the automations, based on the behaviors they take, like responding to an email or booking an appointment, things like that. So it's super nice. Once you've integrated Stripe, you can just send payment right here. Create an invoice, or you can create like a product like you can in these other systems where it's like you've got a recurring subscription or selling something from a page. But I just love that aspect of I don't have to set this up as though I'm selling a course online. I do that too, and I need that ability. But for my agency, a lot of the time, what happens is you're just doing a once-off service for somebody, like creating them a website or fixing their website. And maybe they're not going to sign up for a recurring product, or maybe you've set them up on something that's kind of custom for them because they're a friend or an acquaintance or something like that. And you can just hop in here, create something, and boom, send it off. And it's just kind of as though you're in the Stripe backend creating all those products and stuff. And then you've got it all on your dashboard, right? Marketing. So once you connect to your social accounts, then you can even use this to manage your social media calendar. So you can create posts in here and then put those into the various social media accounts. Okay, that's cool. That may save you an extra piece of software too, especially small businesses who aren't super into social media and need something like HubSpot. What's nice though about this is that you can also connect that stuff with your automations. So once you connect your social media accounts, then like Instagram, if somebody DMs you, then that can actually be integrated into your automations. So I don't think I have one set up in here yet. So here are SMS. Yeah, I don't think I do in this account, but you can basically build automations that react to people DMing you from Instagram, which is super nice, right? So you can get back to people. And so this one, like you can go in here to your triggers and set up something that works from those DMs. And then as you can see, do a full on like automation from there. Like for instance, you could email them and say, hey, I got your message. What's your phone number so I can text you over my link to my calendar? Or you could just send it in email. Those are just examples, right? As far as email and automations go, then basically you've got all the stuff that you're used to. It's rather sophisticated what you can do in here. And they actually have this thing, which I love, the AI appointment booking bot. So this thing basically asks questions, and then it decides based on an API that connects with Google and a project that they have going on. But you can make decisions based on how people respond to your emails or texts. And let me see if I have one of these going. Reschedule, no shows. I've got all these automations built here. Okay, let's look at this one. Yeah, here we go. AI condition. Okay, so this is something that Go High Level has, which is, it's super cool. Basically, it decides, did somebody do something and how did they respond, right? So you can basically say, it will check the text message or the email message. And if somebody responds in like a positive way, like if you've asked them a question, hey, would you like to, meet next week on Zoom, on text, if they reply back and say, yeah, or sure, or sounds good, then this bot understands that and puts them into the flow to send them the link to your calendar. But if they say, nah, I'm not into that, or no thanks, or stop, or something like that, then it sees that, and basically you can move them into a flow where it removes them from the campaign. And so you take them out of that or that kind of thing. And I even build in these decisions where it's, oh, okay, we didn't understand what happened, or maybe it timed out. And then you can build trees from there and to reinitiate the whole thing. So without getting into the weeds, it's like super crazy what you can do with this thing. Sites, you can basically do websites or funnels, and you've got a million templates to choose from. So this stuff is like raring to go, which is great. That's a lot like the folks who use Elementor or Divi, where you've got those themes that sort of come with it, and even Thrive. So it's like a huge jumping off point to give people like a demo site to look at when you're prospecting and stuff like that. This gives you all the same thing, right? So you don't lose anything on that front with Go High Level. Another thing you can do is actually integrate your reputation management stuff in here. From that perspective, it's not so much about, dealing with bad reviews and stuff like that. But what you can do here is build automations that, once you've got a prospect that you've turned into a customer and then you've provided a service for them, or they've been with you for a week or two and had a chance to understand what you're doing, then you can build an automation that sends them a review request and links them directly to your Google My Business page to give a review on there. So you can simultaneously, as you're communicating with them, also be building up your online presence on Google, helping out your search ranks. Super cool. Like no additional plugins here or anything like that. This is just part of the agency plan. And then you've got your like reporting and stuff that connects into your AdWords and your Facebook campaigns and stuff. Super cool. You can point domains to it. You can do the SMS text messaging. It's really affordable. Honestly, adding a phone number, I think costs $1 or something a month. And then you really have a number of texts and phone calls you can make without paying more. And if you go over the sort of limits, it's literally like fractions of a penny for each additional thing. And literally like we haven't spent more than the monthly allocation yet across the businesses I have in here. Most small businesses we build this for don't even come close. But if you're a marketer and you're sending out tons of emails and texts and you have thousands of contacts, then that's where you'll probably be paying a little additional. Anyway, it's really cool. That's why I'm transitioning away from WordPress in 2023 is just, it's all in one. Go High Level has just blown my mind. I can have this chat. You can see this chat widget here that goes on the site. That goes right into my conversations and into my apps. So if people send a message on the website and like, or hey, I want a demo or something like that, then I get that. I can communicate with them from my phone. That's not unheard of. Like we know the talk to widget and stuff like that for chat. Like I've got that. I've used that on multiple client sites. But it's just like one more service that I've had to integrate and then I have to have a subscription for and maintain and keep up to date with and remember the login for and stuff like that. Why not have that all in one place? I'm at a point in my life where it's like, I'd just rather have a simpler business and that's what I'm getting. So anyway, if you're interested in Go High Level and you want to check it out, I actually have a link right below. And you can check it out. It's an affiliate link. I'm referring it, but I recommend checking it out. It's a 14-day free trial. You can look at all the different features it has. And I hope you like it too. I hope you found this valuable. And if you're thinking about this kind of transition, or if this has opened your eyes to the possibilities of what's out there, then I'm glad. That was really the purpose. So listen, give this if it's been helpful. And if you're not a subscriber to this channel, man, I'd love to have you. So join me and we'll see you next time.